Hello. So basically I am waiting to start working. I'm just waiting to start working. And I don't know what to say. I mean, it's been another week, Last week, I spent all my money doing various fun things. Took the kids to Celebration Station, took the kids to the mall. I went out to eat that week. Those are all those videos you saw. I did some cleaning. I cleaned my bathroom. I cleaned the refrigerator. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of been doing things. Now I don't have any money and I don't have a car. So this week I've just been at home. So I really haven't been filming because there's really just nothing happening. I'm honestly bored. Yeah. I'm honestly bored. For someone who doesn't have a car yet, for someone who doesn't have any money, all you can do is sit around the house. All I can do is sit around the house. I don't know how else to go about that. I don't know what else to say. So this week I've been just bored. I'm just waiting to work my 2 jobs. It's seeming like I'm gonna be working them at the same time. I'm about to start working a full-time job and a part-time job. They're both work from home. If you know, I already spoke about it, but if you don't know, basically I'm on a mission to getting 2 jobs. Not only that, I'm just on a mission to getting my life together. I'm on a mission to buy a car and be able to move out before I turn 30. I'm 28, so time is ticking. So this is just a part of the step process. It's a slow process, but if you can just take baby steps, take it day by day, blah, 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 so yeah, that's kind of basically what is going on. I'm just really excited to start working. You know how you feel when you're just excited to get a new job, even though you know that it's going to be a job and you're going to eventually be like, you're going to eventually be over it. I think the new job wears off in a week. After a week, I'm going to be like, I'm so tired of this. But the money is what matters, and I'm trying to make moves. I'm trying to accomplish things. I am trying to buy a car. You know what I'm saying? I have things I want and need to do, and I just need the money. So I'm excited to start working so that I can have money. I'm trying to even romanticize working from home. I'm trying to romanticize work life so that I could like it more, because I know I'm gonna have to. So my first full-time job is going to be a $16 an hour work from home job, and they're gonna send me the equipment, which they've yet to do, but I have been making progress this week. I did finally put in my payment information for my direct deposit. So I think I'm really just waiting to get my equipment, because I haven't heard anything back from them in a minute, in maybe 2 days. So I think that that is the next step, is I'll receive my equipment and then I will start training maybe around next week. I don't know when I'm supposed to get this equipment. No one ever said when I will get it, but I know I have to have the equipment before I start working and before I start training. My other job, I took an exam for my part-time job. I had to do an exam for that, and I was very nervous that I wasn't going to pass the exam because there's 3 parts. The first part I failed the first time, but the reason why I failed is because I used ChatGPT to help me, and some of the answers that ChatGPT gave me were not the right answers. So I used them again the second time around, but I just used a few different sources and made sure that the answers were correct. The second and third part of the exam, you cannot cheat. You have to actually do it by yourself. So that's when I was just like scared. I was like, I don't know, but somehow, some way I passed the exam with my own efforts. So I just now got that congratulations email on Wednesday. It is currently Thursday. So that was yesterday when I got that email, and then they were just like, you have 72 hours to complete the onboarding stuff. They haven't sent me an email at the time, but I did I submitted some type of information. Then they were supposed to send me an email to complete the onboarding. So they finally sent it to me today, and even that was like weird because I had to change my email, like whatever. It was just whatever. So that's finally complete. So even my part-time job, between my full-time job and my part-time job, I'm not even, it's slowly, I'm waiting to hear back from my part-time job as well. And then I'll be able to start working maybe about next week. I'm hoping at least one of my jobs I can start working next week, so I can start making some money. My part-time job, I'll be getting paid bi-weekly. My full-time job, I'll be getting paid weekly. So I am very, very excited about that. There's things I just need to do. There's things I need to take care of. There's things I need to buy. Most importantly, a car. I always say this, but it is just the most important thing. And then I also have my stadium job, which I actually am going to be going there on Saturday to do training for something. So I have a training thing coming up, and I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do that. So yeah, that's that. And then because I also have, I'm just thinking about something. But all I'm trying to say is I also work at the stadium with my mom. Big, huge stadium where they have big, huge football games, soccer games, all types of things. It's very fun. It's my funnest job. I don't work enough hours with that job for it to be sustainable. So even when I had got that job about maybe a month ago, even when I got that job, it wasn't gonna, I knew quickly, oh, this isn't gonna be enough money because we're not pulling in enough shifts. We have to put our own shifts in, but my mom is my ride, and I only can work when she works, and she works every other weekend or whatever. So I don't get enough hours. Therefore, I don't get enough money with that. I may be getting like $100 every 2 weeks or something. So it's cool and it's there, but it's just more so like extra money. And then I also do UGC content on the side. I haven't been doing anything lately because a lot of the UGC content, I have to pay for something in advance. I don't have the money for that anymore right now. So that's why when I start getting paid with something, maybe I can start my UGC content again, because I have to pay for something and then get reimbursed. So that's kind of how that goes. I don't love that, but right now I'm trying to build my portfolio, and I've done a couple of brand deals so far, and they have paid me. And it has been great, but I just recently spent all my money. So I and somebody invited me to do another brand deal, and I just kind of can't do it because I don't have the money to buy the product. So wish I could do brand deals where they just send me the product, send me the money, but I just got to take what I can take for now to at least build my portfolio. So that's why that's kind of on a standstill. And then lastly, for my fifth thing, I just have other freelance work that I do online, and I also haven't really been doing that lately because I just kind of been preparing. Like, I've been trying to take time off from everything until I start working, because when I start working, I'm going to do everything. So I've just kind of been like, and I know you may be like, well, don't you need money? I mean, I can kind of go without money for a little bit. I'm going to be receiving some money on tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna get some money tomorrow, just a little something, like literally $30. So whatever I need, but lately we've been cooking at home. We haven't been going anywhere. I haven't been doing anything. I haven't been needing to spend any money. So, you know, I only really have been spending money because of just going out and having fun, I guess. But I don't know if I'm going to start working anything next week. At least if I could start my part-time job next week. Because I'm ready to start working. Like, I'm ready to start working. My son starts school soon on the 14th, I think, of August. So it's August. Today's the first day of August. So my son only has about maybe 2 weeks until school starts. And, you know, his dad has bought a lot of stuff for back to school. And I know that for tax-free day or whatever, my mom is gonna get some stuff. But I also wanted to get some stuff. I wanted to have my jobs secured and start making money because I wanted to get him some stuff. But I see that I may not be able to get him the things I wanted to get him before school starts. So what I'm gonna do is, once I start working and once I get one of my first pretty decent paychecks, like literally with one of my first decent paychecks, I'm gonna take my son shopping to get some shoes, some clothes, and whatever else. Just pretty much that. Just pretty much shoes and clothes for back to school, because my family likes to do this weird thing where they like to buy him uniforms, and he doesn't even have to wear uniforms in elementary school. So he's been wearing uniforms the last 2 years, and I'm just like, I don't like that, you know? So this year I will be picking out his clothes. I will be getting him ready. I will be just doing all of that. And I'm hoping my full-time job will, I'm pretty sure I won't be getting up any earlier than 6:30. Like, I'm pretty sure I won't be starting work any earlier. So even if I start work at 7 in the morning, that's enough time for me to, I wake Remy up at 6:30 every morning, and he's ready off. From that time to 7 o'clock, he's ready to go to the bus stop, and he's good to go. So I'm hoping that that just really works out in my job schedule. With my full-time job, they have not given me an official like schedule of when I will be working. I know it's going to be a Monday through Friday kind of job. It's going to be a 9 to 5 kind of job, but they said the hours could be anywhere from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I could be working like 7 to 3, which I would probably prefer that schedule. Or I could be working 9 to 5, or I could be working 12 to 8. Is that what that is? 12 p.m. to 8. I would not necessarily love that schedule, but honestly, it really just, it doesn't matter. Just something that works, whatever it is, it'll work. I mean, from working 7 to 8, it's somewhere in between that. It won't be I'll be working 7 to 8. It'll be, those are my available hours, and there's different shifts and stuff. But I think that, I don't know what I think. When it comes to getting a new job, at the end of the day, like, you just kind of don't know what's what until you start the job. And I think that's just kind of what I'm going through right now. Like, I'm just kind of thinking and imagining what my life is going to look like, what my schedule is going to look like, how things are going to be. And I just can't fully grasp that, go with it until I start working. But this is the most drawn out process I've ever had with any job. Like, usually when I have gotten jobs, I fill out the paperwork, I fill out an application, I immediately get a call within like maybe 2 days. Then I get an interview literally like immediately. They want me to come in maybe next day or something, Then I do the interview, typically get hired on the spot, and then they do all your onboarding information. They want to get you hired and start working as quickly as possible with most jobs. So for this to take literally like 2-3 weeks, from the process of applying to the job to actually working, it's taken damn near a month, when usually that would take at most 2 weeks with a regular job. But I know that things are different these days, and it's not 2021. Like, 2021 was the golden age of getting a job, but now it's just like, I'm obviously happy to get what I can get, because I know that the workforce is very, very, it's just hard for people to get jobs. Like, people are just really struggling to get a job, and I can feel for you. because it was a struggle for me to get my jobs. One of my jobs, I went through a temp agency, and my other job is like a freelance kind of job. So like, that's that, you know, like, because I know especially work from home jobs are some of the hardest jobs to get these days. So that's kind of the route that I went, because a lot of jobs are just not really hiring. And honestly, this was a better setup. This was a better situation for me anyway, because my full-time job is a 9-to-5 type of job. I have the weekends off. My part-time job, I really can just work whatever hours I want to work. So I can also work Monday through Friday with that job and have the weekends off. My stadium job, I do once every other weekend or something. So we either work on a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that. But it's still reasonable. And then my freelance work, I can just do whenever, you know, I can just fit that in and squeeze that in whenever. There's not an actual schedule when it comes to my other work, like UGC content and stuff. And not to mention, I also want to get back into day trading. I just haven't been getting into it. I've just been taking this massive break for a minute. Like, I think it's been about a month maybe since I blew out my account that last time, and then I haven't re-upped my account. So at some point I'm going to put money back into my day trading account as well, and that will also be something that I will be doing. But ultimately, it's just I'm at a standstill because I don't have a car, I don't have money, you know what I'm saying? So when I get a job, I'm trying to get a car, trying to save money, you know, I won't be stuck at the house like this no more. I know that like once I start working, I'm gonna be working like a slave. Like I'm gonna be really, really working and really, really busy. And so it's crazy that right now I'm bored. Like I'm so bored. Like I hate being bored, but I'm genuinely bored. I usually find something to do, but I'm just kind of just waiting to get the job. Like I definitely could do something, but I'm trying to just lay low and allow myself to just be bored out of my mind, so that when I get the job, I'm like, well, at least I'm not bored anymore, and I'll be like more happy to get the job. I'm kind of glad that I don't have access to a car right now, because I will be that much more appreciative of working and, you know, being able to get my own car. I don't want to have too much comfort into borrowing someone else's car, because I did that before. When I was 25, I borrowed my grandma's car. I was working at Walmart, and I had almost a year to save up for a car with Walmart checks, and I just was not disciplined with it whatsoever. Not a penny went towards saving for a car. Not a penny. Like I was extremely unfocused. And so therefore she ended up taking her car back, you know? So that's why I'm just like, this time is going to be different. Like so many things are going to be different. But I will say my first paycheck is going to go towards Remy and getting him straight with back to school stuff. And then even then, I may possibly consider getting a new phone. I guess for now, I'm good because my phone is doing decent. You guys know this is my backup phone that I'm using. My original phone, the screen just doesn't work. This is my backup phone. So eventually I do want to get a new phone, but for now I'm just dealing with All Reliable. It has its issues, it glitches at times. One time it was so bad to where half the screen wasn't working, and I needed to drive out to do a drug test for my full-time job. This was like last Friday, and I got there off of a prayer. I got home off of a prayer. Like it was really, really bad, and I had to use the navigation system. It was barely working. I was barely able to do it. But yeah, that was that. Got that done, you know? But at some point, for sure, I'm going to need to get a new phone. I'm just hoping that I can kind of push it off a little bit, because I honestly would rather try to save up for the car first and then maybe get the phone. But we'll just have to see. And then even when it comes to that phone that I have, like, I think all I need to do is get the screen fixed. And if I fix the screen, I think the phone will be responsive again. And then I think I'll have 2 backup phones. I love having phone. I love having keeping my old electronics, because you never know when you're gonna need them. So once I get a new phone, this will be a backup, and that phone will be a backup as well, because I'll try to fix it for $50 or whatever. And not only that, but maybe this phone could turn into a film phone. Maybe I can just film content on this phone and delete everything else that's on the phone, so I can just have space and just boom, you know what I'm saying? And then my primary phone won't have a bunch of videos and stuff on it. I have to move around space and all this stuff. So I also think that I could use my different phones for different purposes and stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to be carrying two and three phones either, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just excited to have money. I'm excited to do things. I just thought about how I want to buy some pajamas for my work. You know, I want to romanticize working from home. So one of the things I want to do is I want to buy some pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, that may not be completely necessary, but I'll tell you what, that would make me really happy. And then like some house slippers and stuff, and just make it feel really cozy and nice, you know, because other than that, I'm not really going to be doing anything. Like, I won't be going and getting breakfast. I'm not going to go and get lunch. I'm going to be meal prepping. I'm going to be trying to, you know, lay low on my money. In other areas, I'm going to still be frugal in other areas, but I do want to just slightly upgrade my lifestyle. Like, one thing in particular, I do want to get my nails and feet done at the nail salon for a few times, and then I'll probably be over it, and then I'll be like, yeah, that's fine. But still, I think if nothing else, I would like to have my feet done, maintenance, every whatever at the nail salon. If nothing else. Now, my fingernails don't matter. I type on the computer anyway. I don't spend a lot. Most of my days are going to be spent at the house anyway, so my nails are not going to be that big of a deal. But I do want to get my feet done professionally, routinely, and I just wanted that to be kind of like a self-care kind of thing more than anything. But once again, once I get a car, right? Because my parents only let me use their car when it's like an emergency type of thing. So that's that. Just, yeah, ultimately, I don't know how many times I have to say I'm excited to work my jobs. I know there's people that will say like, oh, 16 an hour ain't nothing. Oh, 14 an hour ain't nothing, you know. You have kids and da-da. Yes, I do have kids. That's why I'm trying to work 2 jobs and 3 side hustles. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I have 3 jobs. That's why I have 5 sources of income. You know, that's why, you know, because I'm trying to get my life together and get things together. I know there's people that say like, oh, I make 25 an hour and I have no kids, and it's still not enough. And you must be paying a car note. You must be having some crazy bills, because like, I understand this economy is crazy. I do. And I understand that prices are crazy. But I also know that there are people who pay a car note. There are people. I was looking, this guy, I'm not going to say what video, I'm not going to say who it is, but there was this guy talking about his expenses and how much his bills are. And I was like, you're paying a car note. You're paying for cable, which I wouldn't pay for. Your insurance seems like it's way too high. You know, what else was it? You have all these subscriptions that you're paying for. You know, your phone bill is way too high. You know, like, we got to negotiate these bills. Some of these bills are absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're paying almost $2,000 in rent and utilities. Even my best friend lives in an apartment and she's paying like a little over $1,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like some of this is like, we can try to find a way to lower these prices for some of these things. Like, some of it is that I know that some people may not know how to do that, or don't know that they can do that, or don't know. But for someone like myself who has been poor all throughout my 20s, even though I may not have had bills because I've been living with my parents, what I do know is I know how to find the cheapest ways to do things. So that's my plan. And I hope that I can still get government assistance with the money that I'm making, because I'm still not just out of the clear and just rich and all this stuff. I still would need assistance and I still would need help. So I'm like, it's renewal season for me. And I'm hoping that I can still have my government, because if I can have my government assistance and my jobs, Oh, I'm gonna be set. I'm gonna be set. Okay? I'm gonna be set. And especially if I could do low income housing, or like, you know what I'm saying, like income restricted housing, I'm gonna be set. That's the thing. I don't want to start making more money and then like, you know, I don't get this help from the government anymore, you know? So we're gonna see. But I would need to make a significant amount of money to be cut off from stuff because of my kids. Since I'm a single mom with kids, they're more lenient with things like this. So we will just see. Because I'm like holding my breath with everything. Nothing is solid right now. Everything is just up in the air. Now my jobs are secure. I'm officially hired. You know what I'm saying? So my jobs are secure, but still I haven't started working yet, you know, and my government assistance, we're going to see how that plays out. And so then I get nervous because I think about like, well, what if I do make too much money and they approve me on accident and then I have to pay back all this money? That is something I get nervous about as well. I just get anxiety. I literally have anxiety and I literally overthink a lot, but I'm trying to just breathe and just like take it one day at a time and do what I can do. So that's literally what it's been. I just take it one day at a time. Whatever I can do each day, I do. And I've been slowly getting closer and closer to working, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at this commercial. So yeah, I think that is that. I'm closer to getting the life that I'm closer to finally having the life that I need to have. Being here is not the worst thing in the world, but I don't enjoy living with my mom. You know, I don't enjoy not having a car and feeling restricted on what I can do as an adult. You know, it's just time. And I don't know if this is something I'm going to be doing forever. I know this is something that I wouldn't mind doing for the next couple of years. And that says a lot because I usually don't stay at a job for years. The longest I've stayed at a job is a year, you know, otherwise self-employment. Now I've been able to be self-employed for maybe like a year or two, but I look forward to maybe doing this for years unless I become rich. Now, if I become rich from something like day trading or something, I don't know, then obviously I wouldn't be doing this anymore. But otherwise, if I'm not rich, I haven't been able to supplement my income with self-employment, then I could see myself doing this for years. I can see myself doing this as long as I need to until I am in a position where I am doing better. Like it's all about slowly moving to the next step, you know? So that. So ultimately, this video is super long. This video is almost like 30 minutes long. So I'm just gonna like pretty much end it there. There's nothing much else to say. I'm just ready to start working. I'll give you updates when I really do start. I don't know when, but maybe I think I'm gonna be starting my part-time job first. So we will see.